Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy King James here. I want to talk about snipers. I just finished a video on sniper support guns, so let's talk about my favorite sniper, and that's the Swiss K31. Now, I know a lot of people are using the Kar, and I'm not going to try and change your mind on using the Kar. If you like it, use it. But I really like the Swiss. There's something about it. I used to use the Kar and the SPR, and then I went to the Swiss, and I don't know, I just can't go back. I think it's the better sniper. It does a bit more damage, but does that make any difference? Well, I don't know. I've got some video and a little bit of analysis on it, so let's check it out right now. So if you ever watch me play live on Twitch, you'll know that I do like to snipe sometimes. I like to get the Swiss out and, just get in a spot and just blast some guys. And sometimes it just feels good to hide a little bit and shoot some long shots like that. And I do enjoy doing it, and it also makes for a pretty good way to, be able to push enemies, especially when they're holding you in zone and stuff like that. And sometimes guys in the tower are bugging you like that, and you can just snipe them off. And, other times guys are just trying to get their loadie, and, you can do them dirty with the sniper, and that's always fun. So, definitely a fun gun to run. If you haven't taken some time to use it, do it. And check this out. So my buddy marked this guy and look, shot him through the tent. I don't know, I just sort of guessed where his head would be. I probably got reported for that. And my friends are down the hall here, and boom, use that to help and support from a range. So if you like to play that range support, it's good. Look at these guys here are trying to hold us in storm because we're just outside of storm. So I downed the one guy. I think he selfed or his buddy rezzed him. Anyway, I popped him there again and got him down a second time. And I had one bullet left, and there was one guy left, and well, at least I made the bullet count. We're able to get in there and rush those guys and stop them from, storm holding us. Here we are again, a guy storm holding us. Just do a little quick snipe over the edge there, get that guy, and be able to move in. Again, you know how I feel about guys in choppers. For some reason, I just like to target them. So there we go, I did. And here we are with a bunch of guys. They're, holding us from, well, not holding us, but they're shooting at us from Nova. And, I'm just over there sniping guys down. It does make it easier for those long distance shot where guys are in cover to be able to get them down and use that. Or if you're going to rush some guys, take a couple of them out so you have that advantage. See here, guys over in Big House, just whoop, go and snipe right across there. That's only what, like 10 meters tops? It really makes it easy when you got one guy down, then the team panics and you can go in and push them. That's exactly what we're doing here. And somehow I got a lucky shot right there. I don't even know how I did that, but anyway, it doesn't matter. It worked, right? Got that shot and moved it. And here I am. I think we're just finishing off a round with the AK. So anyway, Swiss is awesome. If you don't use it, you need to check it out. So a lot of guys ask me, what's the difference between the Swiss and the Kar? Well, there's some differences, but not that many. So between damage, they both do 250 to the head. You get more neck damage with the Swiss, but let's be honest, if you got 3 plates or even 2 plates, you're still going to take 2 bullets. You can't get, somebody down with 1 shot to the neck either way. Chest, so what, it's 180. It's still going to take 2 shots with either gun. The only difference really being is if you hit a chest and a stomach. So on the Swiss, 184 and 104, that's 284. So you're going to get a guy down because you can only have 250 health. Where on the Kar98, 154 and 86 is 240. So if you hit one of each of those, you wouldn't get a guy down because that's only 240 damage. But I'm not sure how often you're going to find yourself hitting a chest and then a stomach and getting the down with the Swiss where you wouldn't with a Kar. Now, for ADS, the Kar definitely has a faster ADS time. So if you like to quick scope, the Kar is basically the gun you like to use. But I suspect if you're that into sniping and you're quick scoping, you're probably not here watching my video for an opinion on what sniper to use, let's be honest. So the only other difference when you look at some of the stats is the bullet velocity. And well, it's not really a difference. They're almost exactly the same, 1033 versus 1020. So you'll have to lead your shots and everything exactly the same. And the reload time. So the Swiss does reload a tiny bit faster. It just loads the entire mag all at once, where the Kar loads individual bullets at a time for, it's about half a second longer, a little bit more than half a second. And it feels longer than me because of that whole, bullet thing. So other than that, they're both basically the same gun, except for the reticle. And here you can see the difference between the 2 reticles. This is the Kar on the left, and it sort of has the cross with that little up arrow, and I do kind of like that. And then the Swiss on the right, it has sort of the full reticle here, and then it's got the cross in the center. So they're both pretty good. I kind of like the little up arrow. I don't know why. It sort of feels like exactly where you need to put it for some reason, but the cross also works really well. So a little earlier in the video, I talked about sniper support weapons, and some of the footage you're seeing here is when I was testing the different sniper support weapons. I tried out the Groza, the XM4, the AK-47, the EM2, Bullfrog, I even tried the OTS-9 and the Milano, a whole bunch of different guns as sniper support. And I ranked them all and came up with what I think was going to be the best sniper support gun. So if you really like to snipe and you're looking for maybe something different to use as sniper support, I got a really good ranked video there that I'll link right here. You should go on over and check that out. I look at a whole bunch of different categories to try and figure out what I think the best sniper support gun is. I even tried sort of a weird GRA setup that I came up with. That actually worked pretty good, but it's got some recoil and stuff like that. So it's definitely interesting to try. So go on over and check that video out because it's actually a pretty good one, and it's a good video to watch after you watch this one, because really using an AR and a sniper is a really solid combo in both Verdansk and in Rebirth. So if you're looking for a new loadout to use, it's definitely a good one to try. Alright, so let me get into my Swiss loadout. But just before I do that, I want to say thank you to everybody who's recently subbed to the channel and is here watching my videos. I really appreciate all that love and support, guys. Really and truly, thank you so much. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, consider subscribing, because it really does help small content creators like myself. Hit the like button and make sure that you have notifications on, because there's going to be a lot more content coming out for the rest of the season. Reloaded Season 5 is coming up pretty soon. Season 6 will be coming, and then we're going to move right into Vanguard. So make sure you're here and stick around for all the new stuff that's coming out. All right, let me show you my Swiss build. Alright, so I'm starting with the base Swiss gun. I'm using the Roman standard blueprint that was in last season's battle pass, and I have dark matter. Now you don't need any of this, you can just use the base gun. Now for the muzzle, definitely using the GRU suppressor, because the only thing that matters on a sniper is bullet velocity. So the GRU suppressor, and for the barrel, the combat recon. They have the highest bullet velocity you can get for the two combos, and it gets you over 1,000. So there's no other combination here that gets you over 1,000 meters per second. So don't choose anything but these. Now, for a laser, I definitely run the SWAT 5 milliwatt laser, because you want aim down sight time to make that faster, and that aiming stability, that really helps. And speaking of aiming stability, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section on this. Do you run the Serpent grip, or do you run the airborne elastic wrap? Hit me up in the comments and let me know. I run the airborne because it's got the same ADS time as the Serpent, but I like the flinch resistance and the extra aiming stability. That's just what I like to use, but let me know what you like to use, because I know a lot of guys go between the two, and I think more people use the Serpent. So am I wrong running the airborne? If you think so, hit me up. Now, last but not least, underbarrel, run the Bruiser grip, just because it gives you extra mobility and, again, more aiming stability. So with these 3 aiming stability on there, when you're actually aiming down sights and trying to hit something, it really gives you very little wander, and that's what I really like about this thing, is it's super steady, especially when guys are still and you're trying to hit a headshot from really far away. It really makes that easy. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Is it the Kar or the Swiss? And if you use the Swiss, do you use the airborne or the Serpent? I use the airborne. If you're using the Serpent and you think it's better, change my mind. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Maybe you know something that I don't and I'm using the wrong one. If I am, let me know. I like the airborne because I want the flinch resistance and the extra aiming stability, but maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. So if I don't, hit me up and let me know. It's always good to have conversation, and we all learn together. For other videos later this week, when you saw my Swiss video, I also had the Krig. I'm trying the Krig out as a sniper support, bit unconventional, so make sure you're subbed with notifications on to see the results of how that turns out and whether it's good or not good. We'll figure that out together. And also, I do stream on Twitch, so if you want to watch me live, go on over and follow me on Twitch and come check me out in the evenings, usually 9 to midnight, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and sometimes on Sundays. So if you're interested in watching me and Ake and Toothy and Stash and some of my boys play live, we usually have a pretty good time and it's pretty funny. Hit us up there. Anyways, guys, if you don't see me in Warzone, if you don't see me in multiplayer, it's only a matter of time, baby. King James out.
Oh, there he is.